I'm always looking to talk to y'all. It's kind of fun. Figure out what y'all gonna ask me today.
Eric, you guys obviously still have a lot in front of you to play for, but when you think back about where you guys have come to this point since Texas, what do you count as the couple reasons that you guys were able to get?
I look even before Texas. I look back in the spring and just where we have come. You kind of got to look back at that time. Really helped us be where we are. I mean, I'm not thinking about the Texas game at all. I knew what we had and what we had in us since the spring, and just kind of lost that during the Texas game. But we bounced back pretty good. But you just got to be proud of everybody, how they responded to everything that we've been through, and especially off the field, and to be so successful on the field. Just really proud of the guys, especially the young guys that came along, really helped us be in this position that we are now.
You've been on teams before that, haven't responded as well as you guys responded to that Texas loss, haven't run the rest of the table to get in this position. Is there something different about this team that enabled you to do that?
Well, I think this team, everybody's on the same page. Everybody bought in. Everybody understand what it takes and the discipline and the focus on and off the field and how important it is. The little things that are important. I just think everybody bought in. Those small things off the field really help on the field when you talk about the discipline. And I think that's what this team has had a lot, this year. Maybe a difference. Everybody's in for the greater good of the team. And that's what we talked about, changing the culture of the team in the spring as well. The number one thing, so everybody, it's for the team, right? Everything you do, you'll do well by making the team do well. And I think everybody understands that and bought into it. And I think that's what put us in this position to be where we are now.
Is that not the way it was last year? Were there people that weren't in?
Well, I think that we were coming from the team last year was coming from a culture that of the team that we felt like guys weren't all in for the team. And I think that we've changed that culture. Everything was a little bit of, about me. And that's one thing that we wanted to change. And I think that is what helped us be in the position where we are now. Everybody's giving up for the greater good of the team, Barry.
When you change the culture,
yeah,
is that changing individuals or is that removing individuals? Are we talking about people that's no longer here, or you change people that are still here?
You change the culture, the people within the culture. We only focus on the people that's here. Now you got to change the mentality and the thoughts of the people that's in here now. That's what I'm talking about when I mean change the culture.
Speaking of culture, it always seems like the Big 12 has this narrative that they don't play defense. What's your response to that when, the way you guys have gone out and stopped these high-scoring offenses?
Well, I think football is football. I think you can, defense is defense. You play good defense, in any conference. Obviously our conference is, offense to spread you out, put a little stress on defenses. And we may, deal with that more than any other conferences. Because our conference, our offense spread people out so much and throw all these type of formations at you. It could be a little stressful, but, I think, any good defense is good defense. And I think we might have a little bit more stress, than a conference where offense is just pounding the ball. And, you focus on really just stopping the run. They may have a little pop pass here and there. They might have one special receiver that they throw it to, but mainly focused on running the ball when, our conference just does so many different things. I think good defense is good defense.
Some numbers for you. You guys gave up 30 points or more 7 times last year. This year, only twice. Mm-hmm. How big is that, especially when you combine that with the offense and what it's able to do?
Well, like I said, I think like I said after the game, I give credit to the young guys for buying in. It's one thing to be a senior and you know how serious it is. When a young guy out there, you kind of just playing. Young guys don't understand. But when the young guys understand and buy into it, that's what has really helped us in the discipline. It takes everybody on the defense for this to happen. It's kind of like the machine works together. And I believe that everybody bought in and understands it and understand where so-and-so is next to me or in front of me or behind me. That really helped us out in the discipline, and just knowing your job is good enough, right? Do your job, right? Everybody got a job to do. I think that really has helped us.
Eric, you're a political guy. I wonder how you judge the campaign that OU has put on for Mayfield for the Heisman.
I haven't really looked into it. I haven't looked into it at all, so I really can't speak on it. But I did get extra credit. I had to draw a political cartoon for extra credit in one of my classes, and the professor was like, "Look, all you gotta do is make me laugh. If the political cartoon makes me laugh, I'm gonna give you extra credit." So I made a Donald Trump, obviously. And my political cartoon was pretty much just he was at the border, and there was a reporter reporting him. And, I really can't draw, so I had stick figures. I drew like a camera. I tried to draw a camera similar to that one. And when I got creative with his hair, I had his hair going kind of like all kind of ways. And like I had hair and drew an arrow to the hair. She really liked that. But the reporter asked, "Donald Trump, how you going to win the presidency?" And I drew a wall. He was like, "You see the size of that wall?" And I drew a wall with foreigners on the other side, like stacking up on top of each other and like peeking over. So really funny. And she thought the hair was the funniest thing about it. So I got my extra credit. I ain't really do good in arts and crafts. So I drew stick figures, but it got the job done.
Eric, you brought up the style that you have to face in the Big 12. Looks like in the playoff you could face one of those teams that just wants to pound on you. You guys anxious to go up against that kind of style?
That's fine. Any offense. Like I said, good defense is good defense. Line up an offense. We got to prepare for it, whatever it is. And I think we've seen it all with the formations we face. So, hey, just whatever team we play, whatever offense they run, prepare for it and, prepare to shut it down.
You guys have got to want a piece of Clemson, though, right, after last year?
Like I said, that loss was really embarrassing and it hurt. But I am proud of where we are today and where we are now as far as our goals were. And, it pretty much don't matter. Who we play. I'm not holding like this grudge versus Clemson. Now I don't know how y'all gonna take that or reword that. I'm not holding this verse versus Clemson, and there's all of a sudden somebody writes, "Oh, Striker doesn't care about the loss from Clemson." Y'all kind of reword my words, but I'm not holding no grudge versus Clemson, and I think the better team won that day, and it's whoever it is, it is. We don't know who it is right now. So right now I'm relaxing right now. I'm stressed from school, got a lot of papers and exams coming up. In political science, they stress you around exam week. And I'm just really focused on my schoolwork right now and getting that done. And I'll be happy when I write my last sentence on my last exam. I'll be happy and probably just, a big whew, and just relax a little. I'm sure by that time we'll probably figure out who we're playing and just – probably happen where all school, and be all football, right? Focus on my school right now, and I can focus on football when the time comes.
How much credit should Mike Stoops get for the turnaround? A lot of people were down on him last year. What credit should he get?
Well, he's the defensive coordinator, and he puts his players in the right position to make the plays. And I think that's what he's been doing since he's been here. He understands the talents and the skills of his player, and he lets us, kind of be who we are, be free. He may call a blitz here at the right time. Man, when he up in the booth now. I make a mistake. I know I'm getting on the headset when I come to the sideline. But when he called a good play, I'm getting on the headset to tell him, "Hey, Coach, they ran right into the blitz, man. That was beautiful. Good call, Coach." So he gets credit. He has a lot of credit. He calls the defense, and he has a mind. He sees it and kind of knows what's coming, and he's been pretty good at it. Hopefully, and as players, we try not to show what we're doing. And, if we show too early, sometimes the offense can see it and check. But that's on us. So we got to execute. He makes the play call.
So close to getting so many sacks on Saturday. Just, is it frustrating, or good things happen for the defense because you were getting pressure? Do you take?
Yeah, I'm not pretty much worried about the sack. I was just worried about getting to him and giving it all I got. My last regular season game, I didn't care about the sack. I really don't care about the numbers. I affected them a lot, and as long as I did my job to help the defense out, help the team out. I'm fine with that. Sometimes you want to get them. Sometimes you come close, but I was just happy out there running around, having fun, to be honest. So, I ain't really care about the sacks.
Eric, I feel a little weird asking all these football questions to you. I just want to admit that up front. But Will Johnson, playing in the secondary for you guys, his snap count has gone up these last 6-7 games. How important has he been to you guys?
Well, Will is one of those guys who's all in, and he's one of those guys that focused on Tuesday for the game. He's uptight on Tuesday, and he takes his job very seriously. And when you talk about, he comes to the house like, Strike, let me see your iPad. I can look at this film. He's watching film. He's always trying to figure out what he needs to do better, and I think that has helped him. And everybody's different, right? Some guys get prepared Thursday or Friday. Some guys like me get prepared as soon as I get off the bus. I'm not that type of uptight type of guy. But some guys are different, and he's that guy that gets ready on Tuesday and is really uptight on his work, and he's been very successful ever since he played. And I think that's one of the things as a fresh guy coming in, a young guy coming in, you make those plays make you more comfortable. And I think, he's just in now, he's comfortable, he's out there playing, he knows what he has to do, and he's running around making plays. But he has really helped us in being a good addition to our defense.
Did you see him trending towards more playing time and being an important part of the defense, or did it kind of come I know that Mike wanted to make some changes after Texas, and that was one of them. Did you just see it taking some time for him? How did you sort of see him evolve?
Well, I think, you kind of, how this whole football culture thing works is you earn your respect by your play on the field and in practice. And I think he showed that in practice. He was doing very good in practice. And when on game day you make plays, it's hard to take a guy who make plays off the field. It's a guy running around making plays. He's going to stay on the field. You want to get your best guys on the field. So I think his play on the field has helped. And I think even in practice, he showed, what he can do. So I think, that plus his play on the field is how he came along.
Is he a Baltimore guy like Tap is?
Yeah, he's for sure Baltimore guy. They got that accent, you hear it, you know where he's from, and, they just, Will's a more calm, soft, type of guy. But you can hear it in his voice, and I don't know much about his personality. I know much about his personality, but I don't know if that fits Baltimore, but I know he's a very funny guy, very calm but funny guy, cool guy, one of those just relaxed, funny guys. But you hear it in his voice.
Back to Mike Stoops' impact, is it fair to say that moving him up to the box was a good decision?
I don't see that as a big difference. Obviously, for me, let's say we got a series going on, our offense is driving, and I messed up. I know I messed up, right? And I'm like, dang, I'm going to hear it when I get to the sideline, right? So the drive's over, I get to the sideline, I hear it, But, now I get to the sideline, and the first thing I see in my face is the headset. So I'm getting it either way, but I don't think it makes much of a difference. Obviously he's an energetic type of coach, and we can't hear him from all the way up there. He might bang on the glass or something. He might be trying to have a conversation with me. I don't even know he's talking to me from all the way up there. But I don't think that made much of a difference. He's gonna call it what he sees. I don't know, maybe the angle, you can see better.
There's no difference to you in getting chewed out from the box over a headset or face-to-face?
Heck no, man. There's no difference. He don't forget nothing. So if I make a mistake, if I made a mistake versus Akron and then it comes up in practice, he'd be like, remember you did that versus Akron? I'm like, yeah, you remember that? It's like, I don't forget nothing, you know? And as much as older I think he's getting, he don't forget nothing. You know, I do think he's getting old, but he don't forget nothing. So I guess that's a good sign. Still has his hair. Barry, you still got your hair, huh?
There's something to be said for that.
So I guess that's a good sign of you not getting old. You still got your hair, and you ain't forget nothing. You know. So.
Are you going to get your degree this next month, or is that?
It'll be May. I'm on track to graduate May. Plan on getting it in May. By the end of this semester, I won't have none, but I'm not sure. Maybe 9 or 10 hours left. That's about three or four classes, and not much. So I'm right there, you know. And I'm on track, you know, for May. Always been on track for May. You know, those overachievers graduate in December. You know, I ain't saying I'm not an overachiever, but I don't know how it worked, you know, that they graduated December. But I'm on track for May.
I mean, obviously you're going to do some training, I assume, for the draft. Are you going to be able to continue to take classes, or have you?
We'll see how that works out. I really don't know. You know, we'll see how that works out. You know, I kind of go with the flow. Maybe if I have some online classes here and there, maybe, you know. But I probably take some time to do some acting classes. I keep saying that. Try to shadow Denzel. Trying to make it in the movies. Yeah, trying to be in theaters coming up here soon. So we'll see how that works out. I may take a little time off football, do a little, you know, acting, take a couple acting classes. As much as I think I'm natural, I just, you know, I don't know. Directors are tough. You know, they real tough. You think you got it, but you really don't. You get chewed out. You know, some directors are mean, I heard. You know, so.
Do you see yourself as a comedic actor, drama guy?
Drama. I love drama movies. I feel like I'm a drama guy. I feel like I'm a Gladiator, Russell Crowe type, you know, Training Day, Denzel type of guy. I mean, obviously I could do the comedian role. I think I can, but try to switch it up. I'm working on my tears. I should have worked on it right here in front of you. I should have just made up the scenario and started crying. And I was like, ooh, he's good. I should have worked on my tears. I think, you know, I should have worked on that, trying to get my tears out. That's a struggle for me right now.
You should have been working on that last week.
Well, I mean, I'm trying to work on it where, like, I have to do it right out the blue. You know, just think of something or come up with something just to cry out of nowhere. I'm working on it.
About your cat?
No director's going to be any tougher than Mike Stoops, right? I mean, you're
I mean, he's tough, but I heard some directors like Cutthroat don't play. Now, obviously, you can relate it to football. You know, some of those, you know, A-list actors ain't going to get yelled at, you know, like a B-list actor would. You know what I mean? Like, ain't nobody trying to yell at Denzel. Denzel will walk the heck off the set and be like, I could go find another movie. You know what I mean? You know, you kind of lay. So it's kind of like levels to it.
Is Denzel the quarterback of the movie world, or?
Probably, man. Denzel's great. I got Denzel and Kevin Spacey like my top-notch guys. I love them two guys. Top-notch, trying to be like them. Kevin's great.